Hi, welcome to What's Cooking with Rochelle. Today we are making a cheesesteak sandwich, and there's a few variations. Just like always, I'll show them as we go through this recipe, but this is definitely one that I think everyone out there can make, so please give it a try. Okay, so first thing we're going to do is go ahead and turn our skillet on. We are going to toast our bun. And we're going to put that on a medium-high heat. This will only take a minute or so to toast. You are going to want to butter it or spray it with a spray. And we're going to go ahead and get that down now. While we're waiting on that to toast, we're going to get busy with the hard stuff. As you can see, I've already sliced up some pepper. Traditionally, this is made with a green pepper. I had beautiful red, yellow, and orange peppers on hand, so I used those instead. Please feel free to use the green if you want to go totally traditional. Also, you normally use a sweet onion. I decided to use a red onion for a little twist in that. And you can see I've sliced that as well. You do not want to dice either of these traditionally. But it will, if you dice them, make it a less messy sandwich. So the most important thing is our meat. We need to make sure that we slice this super thin. Few ways you could do it. Obviously, if you have a meat slicer, you could slice it that way. Or you could go to the deli counter and buy some roast beef and slice it that way. It's not going to taste quite as good, but it's certainly an option. So you can see we have some beautiful marbleizing on here. You're going to want to leave that fat in it for this sandwich. And you're going to want to just, as thinly as you can, slice it. And I'm going to show you in a second when we get a little farther down, because that has a lot of marbleizing on it. That fat is actually going to taste great in this sandwich. So you can see how thin I'm slicing it. You can even do thinner than that. And we're going to go ahead and put that in the bowl as we finish it. Now, I don't know if I pointed out, but you can see the grains are going this way, so we're kind of cutting across the grain of the meat. That will make it so that it is easier to chew. And you can see how thin we've got these couple. That's what you want. You want something that's going to cook really quickly. We do not want a thick piece of meat here. Now, this is about 3/4 of a pound here. This is probably going to make 2 to 3 cheesesteak sandwiches when we're all done. And another option that you can do when you're making a cheesesteak sandwich is mushrooms. So there's a big contention about that. Some people love mushrooms, some people don't. It is something you could add in. Another thing that's kind of popular these days is doing chicken. So instead of beef, you could be doing chicken breast, and you would want to slice it just like we are the beef, super thin. No marinade needed, although if you wanted to, you certainly could. Don't let me stop you. The reason the ribeye is the meat that is preferred for this is the marbling in the meat, so an amount of fat in it. Okay, let's check our bun. You can see that's wonderfully toasted. The reason we toasted it is it's going to give a nice crunch to the sandwich as we eat it. So add some oil to your skillet. And we are simply going to add all the ingredients at the same time. The beef, the peppers, and the onions are all going to cook in about the same amount of time, so add them all into that skillet. We are seasoning it with salt and pepper to your liking. Now, of course, how you want your beef is completely up to you. If you like yours more raw and not completely cooked, cook the peppers and onions slightly before you add the beef. If you want yours well done, you could even add the beef a little before the peppers and onions. Again, your taste, how al dente you want it. In other words, how hard versus soft. So you can see start to finish, we're only a couple of minutes. We're just about ready. We're gonna put a little bit of cheese on the bottom of our sandwich. Then we're gonna add our beef, more cheese, and we're going to broil the top of our sandwich and make it look absolutely amazing. Alrighty, let's go ahead and get this wonderful sandwich with a little bit of cheese on top. I am going to pop this in the broiler for just a minute or two, and I will see you back here in a second to dig in. All right, it's the time to dig into the eating. I served mine traditionally with fries and a pickle. Remember, like always, adjust the recipe how you like. Use chicken instead of beef. You could even make this with tofu, a pressed firm tofu that has been seasoned. You could slice and saute up with the peppers and onions as well to make vegan. The bun is super important. Make sure you get the right type of bun to have a great cheesesteak sandwich. Thank you for watching. Looking forward to seeing you on the next one. Like and subscribe so we can continue making these amazing videos for you. I would truly appreciate it if you would share this with someone that you know and love as well. Thank you for watching What's Cooking with Rochelle. Bye for now.